Are you the universe forgetting itself? Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt a strange sense of familiarity? That feeling that you're not just looking at something, but looking out from within it? For thousands of years, mystics and philosophers have told us that this feeling is actually a memory. A memory of a time when we knew we weren't separate from the cosmos, but were the cosmos itself, experiencing its own existence. They called it enlightenment, oneness, the cosmic mind. But what if this isn't just a spiritual metaphor? What if today's leading physicists and thinkers are finding evidence that this is a scientific reality we're only just beginning to grasp? What if you are the universe, in the process of forgetting that it's dreaming? Section 1. The Ancient Echoes. This radical idea isn't new. It's an ancient echo that has resonated throughout human history. The sacred texts of India speak of Brahman, a single ultimate reality, a universal consciousness that every individual soul is a part of. The Hindu sages taught that the ultimate goal was to realize that your individual self, your Atman, is Brahman. It's the universe through you, remembering it's all one thing. And it wasn't just an Eastern idea. In ancient Greece and Rome, the Stoic philosophers talked about the logos, a kind of universal reason or divine fire that animates and governs the cosmos. They believed our own spark of reason was a direct connection to this cosmic intelligence, making each of us a tiny fragment of the whole. In the Sufi mystical tradition, the goal is to dissolve the self into the divine, to realize that there's no real separation between you and the cosmos, the lover and the beloved. For millennia, this was all a matter of faith, meditation, and deep intuition. But what happens when our most advanced science starts pointing to the exact same conclusion? What if the very patterns of the cosmos are a direct reflection of our own minds? Section 2. The Cosmic Brain. For a long time, we pictured the universe as mostly cold, empty space, sparsely dotted with galaxies. But as our telescopes got more powerful, we realized that picture was completely wrong. The universe isn't empty at all. It's a colossal, interconnected structure we now call the cosmic web. Trillions of galaxies aren't just scattered randomly. They're organized in a vast network of filaments, nodes, and clusters, all surrounding immense voids. And it looks, to an almost unsettling degree, like a giant brain. This isn't just a passing resemblance. In 2020, astrophysicist Franco Vatsa and neurosurgeon Alberto Faletti did a quantitative comparison of the cosmic web and the neural network of the human brain. The similarities they found were staggering. The network of galaxies and the network of our own neurons show comparable levels of complexity and self-organization. Their analysis revealed that the way matter is distributed in the cosmic web is shockingly similar to the layout of neurons in the human cerebellum. The number of galaxies in our observable universe is in the hundreds of billions, which is remarkably close to the estimated number of neurons in a human brain. Even the way information seems to flow and the memory capacity of these two networks appear to run on similar principles. As Dr. Faletti put it, the connections in both networks likely evolve following similar physical laws, despite the mind-boggling difference in scale. It's as if the same fundamental blueprint for a thinking, processing network repeats itself, from the microscopic scale of our brain to the unimaginable scale of the cosmos. But what if this is more than just a coincidence? What if this cosmic brain isn't just structured like a mind, but actually is one? Section 3. The New Philosophers of Consciousness. This very question has pushed a new wave of thinkers to the absolute edge of science and philosophy. They're taking ideas once confined to spiritual texts and arming them with the language of physics and math. One of the leading theories is panpsychism, championed by philosophers like Philip Goff. The core idea is that consciousness isn't some special magical property that just pops into existence in complex brains. Instead, it's a fundamental and ever-present feature of the physical world. Under this view, even a single electron might have an incredibly basic form of experience. But this bottom-up approach runs into a huge obstacle called the combination problem. How do all these tiny, simple specks of consciousness combine to create the rich, unified awareness that you and I feel every moment? This problem has led some thinkers, including Goff, to explore a wilder alternative, cosmopsychism. This flips the script entirely. It's a top-down theory. It suggests that the universe itself is the primary conscious entity. Our individual minds aren't built up from smaller conscious bits. We are fragmented pieces of that one, single cosmic mind. We're like whirlpools that form in a vast ocean of consciousness. This neatly solves the combination problem. Our consciousness feels unified because it's a piece of a consciousness that was already unified to begin with. Philosopher Bernardo Kastrup takes this a step further with his theory of analytic idealism. Kastrup argues that there's really only one thing that exists: universal consciousness. The physical world we see around us, that's just what the activity of this one cosmic mind looks like from our limited outside perspective. He uses a powerful analogy: a person with dissociative identity disorder. That person has one mind, but it fragments into multiple, seemingly separate personalities, or alters, each with its own identity. Kastrup proposes that you, me, and every other living being are like alters of this one cosmic mind. We aren't separate consciousnesses. We are dissociated pieces of a single consciousness, each experiencing reality from a localized point of view. Section 4. The Great Forgetting. This brings us to the central mystery. If we are the universe, why do we feel so separate from it? Why this profound sense of being an I, trapped inside a body, looking out at a world that is not me? The answer these new theories offer is as elegant as it is startling. The separation isn't a bug, it's a feature. It is the very mechanism of forgetting. In Kastrup's model, the universal mind forgets itself by dissociating into countless individual points of view. Just like a dreamer forgets their dreaming and gets lost in the reality of the dream characters. The cosmic mind has forgotten that it is one, and now fully believes in the reality of its billions of alters. Each one of us is a mask the universe wears to experience itself subjectively. But why would it do this? Maybe to explore every possible way of being. A single, unified mind knows everything all at once. But to truly know what bravery is, it must first experience fear. To know joy, it must know sorrow. To understand connection, it must first feel separation. By splintering its own awareness, the universe creates the drama of existence, the canvas upon which every story can be painted, and every note in the symphony of feeling can be played. Cognitive scientist Donald Hoffman's work adds another fascinating layer. He argues evolution itself has shaped us to hide reality, not to see it clearly. We don't perceive reality as it actually is. We see a simplified user interface, like the icons on a desktop. These icons, space, time, physical objects, are great for helping us survive, but they completely mask the true reality of conscious agents operating underneath. This biological filter is just another form of the great forgetting. We are born into the interface, taught to believe the icons are real, and forget all about the conscious system running behind the screen. Conclusion: the remembering. So we live our lives as fragments, as the universe forgetting itself, playing out a grand story of separation. But what happens when one of those fragments starts to remember? This remembering is what mystics have called enlightenment, satori, or an experience of oneness. It's the sudden gut-level realization that the feeling of being a separate I is an illusion. It is the mask dropping. In these moments, the boundary between self and universe dissolves. Time and space can feel irrelevant. There's a profound feeling of coming home, a direct, unshakable knowledge that you are, and have always been, one with everything. This isn't about just understanding an idea. It's a direct experience. It's the wave realizing it's the ocean. It's the dream character realizing it's the dreamer. It's a dissociated alter reintegrating with the one mind it came from. Maybe that's the ultimate point of our existence. We are the nerve endings of the cosmos, the individual eyes through which the universe can feel and know itself in countless new ways. We are here to experience the illusion of being apart, to live, to love, to lose, and to strive. And through it all, we carry the quiet possibility of waking up from our own little dream. So the next time you look up at the night sky and feel that strange echo of oneness, listen to it. It might just be the universe, whispering through you, trying to remember what it has forgotten. And what happens when the universe, through you, finally remembers what it is? This is a huge conversation, sitting right at the intersection of science and spirit, and we're just scratching the surface. What do you think about all this? Have you ever had one of those moments, an experience of oneness? Share your perspective in the comments below. Let's keep exploring this great mystery together.